For a good while, I had so many of you guys hitting me up asking me, is it possible to stream on a Chromebook? Or I have a Chromebook, how do I stream and record gameplay on it? Chromebooks run off the operating system ChromeOS, which is built within the Linux environment primarily for a browser-based user experience. But this can come along with its own set of challenges, especially when trying to get compatible software to work with the Chromebook computer. That's why it can be hard to stream and record gameplay off of these devices. So for this video, I decided to pick up the Acer Chromebook 516 GE laptop. And what if I told you that you could use a Chromebook with a capture card, without a capture card, and maybe even with OBS? Let's find out. For the first test, I wanted to make it easy by just seeing if we could screen record on the Chromebook. By installing the Screen Recorder Chrome extension, I was able to record my desktop and the system audio along with my microphone. Wasn't so crazy that it saved in a WebM format, but this passed the test. But what if we want to record our PS5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch gameplay with a capture card? If you search and open up the camera app within your ChromeOS menu, this will allow you to select your capture card as the video input device. From here, you can go ahead and select the record icon and your gameplay will be recorded along with its audio if you have the audio coming over HDMI. But what if you want to stream your gameplay? On YouTube, you can set up a live stream for just using your webcam device, and when you do that, you'll have an option to select your capture card as the video input source. The problem with this is that there's no way to flip your gameplay around, so depending on what you're playing, those will probably look weird to most of your viewers. And you're also stuck choosing between your microphone audio or your gameplay audio, which is just not ideal. So to find a way to solve this problem, I reached out to the folks at Go Lightstream to see if their software could be the solution. If you're sitting there wondering what the heck is Lightstream, it's a browser-based live streaming tool powered by the cloud that allows content creators to stream podcasts and games with a face cam to places like Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Kick, and more. Is it free? I wish, but I think you'll come to find why their services are priced the way that they are once I show you everything that this tool can do. If you have a subscription plan with Lightstream, there's a couple different ways you can capture your gameplay with the facecam for live streaming. One of the first things you can do is go over to the left-hand side and select where it says My Project and then choose New. Based on your subscription plan, you can either create a new gamer project or a new creator project. In this case, we're gonna go with creator project. Give your project a name, and then you can set the highest resolution that you have available to you. Now that I'm in my project, the first thing I'm gonna do is add a new layer. So I'm gonna select this plus button, and then I'm gonna go down to screen share. From here, I can choose either the tab, the window, or the entire screen to record for my gameplay. But now what if I want to use my capture card with Lightstream? Within your layers option, you want to select the camera source. You're gonna see your webcam, and then you're also gonna see the capture card that's plugged into your computer. I'm gonna go ahead and select the capture card, and then I'm just gonna take the edges of this and just blow it on out so that it's flush with the entire screen. This gameplay that we just added is gonna come along with its own audio source. So on the left-hand side at the bottom here, you're gonna see a section where it says audio mixer. Now I have to add my face cam to the mix as well here. So I'm gonna press the plus button again. We're gonna select the camera capture source, and then we're gonna select our front camera or whatever camera that you have plugged into your computer. And after you do that, you'll have this box come up. It may be behind the first source that you put in to your project. So you're just going to go over to the left-hand side, grab that camera source, and then bring it on up to the top. And now I see myself, and I can just shrink this in, rearrange it with the corners, put it to a nice spot within the project scene here that I like. If you guys want to add any graphic overlays or still images for your facecam border or different components of your stream, just go back to the add layers option, and within here you can either go with an image or a video clip. Other types of overlays that are a must-have on your stream that Lightstream actually directly supports are Streamlabs alerts and the Streamlabs chat feature. So what we can do back in our layers option is go down to third-party integrations, and here you're gonna see a whole bunch of options available to you. We want to go with the Streamlabs option. Stream Elements is also really good as well, but in this case, for the example, we're going to go ahead and select Streamlabs, and then within that URL box, you're going to want to add in your Streamlabs alert link, and if you want to add in the chat feature as well, just add another one of these Streamlabs alerts layers, and then add in your chat link as well. Just to prove that it works, I'm going to do a test subscriber. There it is. is. One more thing here we don't want to forget to add is our microphone audio source. You're going to want to add that by going to your layers options again, and this time we're going to go to the audio source option. Select that, and then based on this list of audio input options, choose your microphone. At this point, this project is ready for live streaming. So all we need to do is go to the right-hand side, select the drop down where you'll see your account name or your name, and this is where you can set where you want to go live to. So I'm signed in with my YouTube account, so that's what I have selected here, but you can also add Twitch, Facebook, or even a custom RTMP source if you have the URL and stream key as additional destinations. Once you have those set up, you can select that destination that you want to stream to and then go over to the right hand side and select Go Live. On the right hand side, you can see your stream output, you can see your chat below that, you can even chat while you're in the chat. Now, I didn't want to neglect the gamer project that you can also have as a part of Lightstream. If you use this type of project, you can add your PS5 or your Xbox gameplay using the game source option right here. No capture card required for this, by the way. If you want to add your face cam, graphic overlays, alerts, you can follow the exact same steps as we did for the creator type project. The difference here is that you're going to push your stream directly from the PS5 or the Xbox Series console. On PS5, you're going to need to set up a manual internet connection and then set a custom DNS address to push to Lightstream. But after your connection is successfully established, make sure that you're signed into your Twitch account on your PlayStation and then go live. That will push your stream to Lightstream, which will then push it to Twitch with all of the graphic overlays, face cam, all that stuff that we just added. On the Xbox side, you're going to want to sign into your Twitch account that's associated with your Lightstream account, and then you're going to want to change the destination from Twitch to Lightstream, and that way Lightstream will be able to push all of those overlays to Twitch. Twitch. Why only Twitch though? Lightstream, we need this working for YouTube as well, but people without a capture card need options. There's a couple things I don't like here though. One being is that I can't make the gameplay audio source any louder. It just comes in really soft. I know that's more on the capture card audio coming into the Chromebook, but I just wish there was a way to make it louder. The other thing is that there's no way to monitor the gameplay audio coming in. I really went on a witch hunt trying to find a piece of software that could act like a voice meter or an Elgato Wavelink or even a ground control caster. There was nothing. But wait, maybe there's hope. Let's try installing OBS Studio. If you go to the OBS project website, you'll see that there's no ChromeOS version of OBS Studio to download. So in this case, we're gonna turn on developer mode on our Chromebook. And from here, we'll be able to access the terminal and put in the following command. Run that, select yes to force install, then you can exit out the terminal, and when you go to your start menu, you will see OBS Studio is installed. So we click on that, and this is the error message that we get. OBS appears to be running inside a ChromeOS container. This platform is unsupported. What does this mean? Well, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, ChromeOS is a part of Linux OS. So OBS Studio is not built in such a way that it has all the features and functions available to it just with ChromeOS. It needs all of the features that Linux OS has to be able to function fully. And if you do end up going a backdoor way of putting OBS Studio on a Chromebook, you're gonna void your warranty and you could potentially damage the hardware that's on the machine. So don't do it. It's not for ordinary people. I don't recommend it. And if you do plan on getting a Chromebook and you wanna stream and record gameplay, stay away from low-end CPUs such as the Intel Celeron chip. You want something a little bit more beefier to handle those sort of tasks. Even if you are doing it in the cloud, you want something that'll hold up over time, like the one I have here from Acer. There's no dedicated graphics card on this computer, but the CPU in here is strong paired with its integrated graphics. Some other computers you can check out are the Asus Chromebook Vibe and the Lenovo IdeaPad. But overall, guys, I gotta say that the Chromebook is definitely a capable machine for being able to stream and record gameplay. It does have limitations, especially when it comes to being able to listen to your capture card audio and then having full stream control. Lightstream is cool and all, but it doesn't have everything that you might need for the long term being a live streamer. By the way, affiliate links to all my Chromebook and Windows computer recommendations are in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, hit it with a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new around here. Let me know if you have any questions about the Chromebook and the features that it offers for live streaming, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.